This episode of the Chanarant Podcast is brought to you by McLean Bagpipes, North American artesian bagpipe maker Roddy McLean from Eust, Scotland. Fusco, tell us about these pipes.
These things are heirloom quality. Is that a word, heirloom?
I think it's heirloom.
Oh, whatever, but they're
Like my heirloom tomatoes.
They have unparalleled beauty. They're more than a musical instrument. They're a work of art, so you definitely want to check these things out.
Check out McLean Bagpipes today at bespokebagpipes.com. That's bespokebagpipes.com. Hey!
There he is. Look at that. Who's that handsome guy?
Who's that handsome devil? And also Fusco's
And me.
double chin.
It's hidden.
If
It's
we
hidden.
can't get the webcam to connect. Hello, everyone. My name is Josh. Welcome to this lovely episode 133 of the Chanarant Podcast. With me, as always, is my bearded co-host, Mr. Andy Fuco.
I think that's me.
And if you didn't know, let me tell you about the word I've been yelling at the setup all for the last 10 minutes or so. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fuck you, cunt you!
Yeah, fucking can't you?
Listeners can review the show on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, etc. You can send us emails and voicemails to be played on air. Like the Chanarant Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or if you're Australian, Snapchat. I'm coming for you, Rab, on Facebook. I'm going to get more likes than you. You give me 5, 10, 20 years, and I'll get there. Check out the Chanarant store at chanarant.com. We've got some new merch we'll talk about later on in the episode. This episode of the Chanarant Podcast is brought to you by our patrons.
The six.
Yeah, the six. The lovely people who pay $5 a month to support the show and watch us try to set up the live stream. And
Do you get people asking you what the six means?
I don't. Do you?
I get it all the time.
Well, that's because you do more
I'm out there more.
public
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, you know,
I'm tired of explaining it.
You're teaching a bunch of noobs, and they're all like, "What does all this one of the six in the chat mean?"
It's like, go back to the beginning. We actually had this discussion last night on our happy hour. Go back to the beginning and just start, and then you'll figure it out. Like,
yeah, you'll figure it out from there.
And we were talking to this lady, and we were on this group chat, and I said, go back to the beginning. And then another female in the room, this was a female we were talking to, said, yeah, just skip number 2. Trust me, you don't want to listen to number 2.
What was
Which
number
is
2?
Dirtbag Olympics.
Oh, that's
the
the first. That's the first Dirtbag Olympics.
Yeah,
God, we did it that early.
we did right away.
Last but not least, please invite and share with your friends. Odd open.
But,
Hey,
hey,
I waited
Josh.
until you were taking a drink.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah, Fusco.
You know what really sticks a drumstick right up my old keister?
What's that, my friend?
When you have too much whiskey the night before, you do a show, and you got to try to remember how to get all this goddamn shit to work. And then Aaron's calling me nonstop on Skype. I can't fucking figure it all out. And then he won't leave me alone, this son of a bitch.
Let me tell you what I've learned since we've switched to you trying to do the video portion of the stream. You fold under pressure like cheap lawn furniture.
What are you talking about?
It is insane.
My brain isn't working today.
It is insane how I'm like no. Like I'm watching because we have the monitor up, and I'm watching. And I'm like, no, don't go away from that window yet. Don't go away from that window. No, you still need to do this.
Did I do like 7? That's just the way my brain works. I'm doing 17 things at once, and then, but they'll all get done. It's just I don't follow one path. That's all. I'm a rebel, man.
You're a rebel with or without a cause.
Should we live? I don't even.
I don't see shit. I don't think it's working. But we're gonna worry about that in the break potentially. If you're in the chat, let us know if you can hear us or see us. I don't know what Fusco broke this time. But we're in the show now, and we're just gonna send it. And
yeah, we're gonna go with it. And just
what are you gonna do?
Hey, you can listen. Listen, it's not like you guys are paying $5 a month for this shit.
Yeah, it's an audio podcast. All right, come on. Sco, would you like to introduce our illustrious guest?
I would. All the way from, where the fuck are you from? Northern Ireland somewhere? I don't know where the hell you are.
Yeah.
And sort of by way of North Texas, I would say.
Are you from Ballyfuck or Diddly Doo or?
Ballymoney, yeah.
Yeah, Ballymoney.
Oh.
I've been to Ballymoney.
Have we?
Yeah,
Is that
we
where
went.
Rab-
That's where we went to go do the Rab show.
Oh, is that where that was?
Yeah,
Okay.
Fuse FM Ballymoney, motherfucker.
Yeah, so
represent.
Aaron here, who's been on the show before, formerly of Field Marshal, but now of some shit band in Texas.
Yeah, formerly world champion.
Soon to be not world champion.
So Aaron, he wanted to come plug whatever his latest endeavor is, and we're gonna let him later.
Yeah.
But first,
First, we're gonna talk a lot.
We're gonna not let him get a word in edgewise, which is what we're known for.
It's typical.
Real quick, I want to thank Matt Willis, who came on last week. That was a great episode. If you haven't checked it out, we went on for like another hour and a half after we stopped the show, just shooting the shit. So that was a lot of fun. So we'll probably have him back on too. That guy likes to talk.
Yeah, he does. I don't know. I don't know who likes to talk more, you or him. Holy moly.
Yeah, it was a tough contest during that episode for sure. But getting into emails, voicemails, we're gonna get through all this shit so we can shoot the shit with Aaron, and also we got to get his opinion on some of these. We have a voicemail to start off the show from the one and only John Van Dickface.
Happening, you bunch of fuckwits. John Van Dickface here. That's right, boys. I'm a fucking drummer. Get the runges. First things first. When are we getting Cobra back on? We need fucking drummers back on the scene, boys. Come on. But the most important thing, when are yous gonna show up these premier pipe band podcast cunts? Get fucking rid of them. All they're doing is they're copying you and Big Rab, and we only need yous two and Big Rab for his lists. Anybody else is just fucking pointless. Hey boys, catch yous after. If you Joe Brady, one of the six.
I have no idea what he just said.
We really need a translation on that. I heard F you Joe Brady in one of the six, and something about my least favorite P word.
Yeah, Aaron, do you have any idea what he just said?
Bits and pieces.
That's a very Scottish dude.
He is. Holy shit. One thing he did say, and I don't know if he said it there, but he said it in his email, was that John got where he's from right.
Oh,
judging by his accent.
Oh, superb.
Yeah.
Oh, John Allen guessed
John
it.
Allen, yeah. He's like east of Scotland, Fife, something, or somewhere in there. But anyway, John Van Dickface is great.
Thanks for the voicemail, brother.
Yeah, man.
Moving smartly forward, we've got an email, and this is a bit of a clarification, not a correction. So let's see, who is this? This is Chris.
We don't correct shit.
He says, "What's up, fellas? Just for clarification, so I don't seem completely out of my fucking mind, my story regarding Bob Worrell chanting the word penis to young Zimbabwean boys in their native tongue was a tale that Mr. Worrell told of his own volition during a class he was teaching on a business enterprise I will not name here. Although it rhymes with Schmeiper's Gojo. He apparently was using his own made-up, Cantarock to the boys, and claimed he had no idea what he was singing to the impressionable young teenage Zimbabweans. Those teens got some introduction to the top-tier world of piping. Bob Worrell, like a Catholic priest in a Zimbabwe piping class, the story was hilarious, and it seemed like a Chanarant moment in what was an otherwise amazing class by a legend. Rock on, boys, Christy." So there you go. So you can put the Zimbabwean word for penis in your Cantarock.
Perfect. I wish I knew what that word was. He never quoted it, did he?
No, but we could probably Google translate that. Do you know how to say penis in Zimbabwean, Aaron?
Pass.
It's gonna be a real.
Idea.
You don't even want to give it a shot.
It's gonna be a real quiet show from Aaron.
Aaron's like, "Fuck this shit. Why am I here?"
Real quick, I mentioned in the beginning that you can support the show by purchasing merch at chanarant.com, and then just go to the store. We have the Secret Six line is out.
Yeah, man.
It's pretty
cool.
stylish. So we got the Secret Six T-shirt. We have a ladies V-neck. We have a ladies crop top.
Ooh.
We have an embroidered baseball cap and an embroidered hoodie.
Yeah. Lots of good stuff. The hat looks cool.
Lots of good shit. So I'm excited. So check out, and that's actually the Secret Six line is actually, we managed to get a better deal, so it's slightly cheaper.
Did we?
Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah. I think it's like $25 for most of it.
So go out there, order your Secret Six shirt or whatever, and Aaron will steal it from you and fuck you over.
Yeah, Aaron will steal it from you and not put it on Richard Parks.
Like just imagine there is some lady in Glasgow that has no idea about pipe bands is walking around Glasgow with a Chantarant t-shirt
and 11 capes.
and 11 capes.
So yeah,
what's the best selling T-shirt?
I don't know what
It's definitely Team Andy.
Oh, you think it's Team Andy? I think the FU Joe Brady sold pretty well.
That one sold
I'm pretty
good.
sure everybody in his band bought the FU
I
Joe
think so
Brady when
too.
it was out.
See, his band is actually nice. They support him by fucking with him.
They support him by telling him to go fuck himself.
Exactly.
And then I think we announced this last week. We have the Chanarant bikini.
Oh yeah.
So who's gonna be the first person to send us a photo of them in the Chanarant bikini? I'm assuming it's gonna be Eric Evenhouse.
I'm hoping it's Mary, but I have no idea. But yeah, that's gonna be exciting. Nobody has bought it yet. You think MOK will buy one?
I don't know.
Hey, get me one and I'll get you sorted out with that picture.
There we go.
Oh, hey now.
Was that worth the $15 shipping to fucking Northern?
Absolutely, it is. Depends on who he
it
gets.
is?
Not a clue. Probably it's probably $15-20. But who you know any hot?
We can't.
chicks
Well, we
in,
can't. We
Ballamoni?
can't ship it. We can't ship it between now and the end of November because the post office will be shut down.
True.
Yeah,
That's true. You know any hot chicks in Ballamoni? Could you get Rab's wife maybe to model it?
dude. Hot chick and Ballymoney is a fucking oxymoron. All right.
I don't know. Belfast maybe. Could you drive to Belfast and find
Those girls hit the diff pretty hard. And the boys pray.
And they, yeah, they hit every diff on the way down. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's fucked up.
That's a great song, though. Great song.
Oh shit. So I'm actually, as I'm getting through the rest of this like news and updates shit, and then we're mostly just gonna drink and hang out with Aaron.
Yeah,
We do have the date for the September Chanarant Happy Hour. That will be Friday the 18th at 6 p.m. The link will be posted to Patreon. Also, I didn't mention this while we were talking about merch, but we have a discount code for patrons. So if you are on Patreon, you get 10% off with a super secret discount code that's posted on Patreon.
Yeah.
So
Get your Secret Six merch now for 10% off.
the discount, you get 15% off your order if you put in Fuko likes dicks. That's not actually the code. But
That's not the code. But
I
try it anyway.
I might make that one just to
That'd be
see who
funny.
listened to this episode.
That'd be fine.
We have a review also that came in, so we're sending out a sticker to John Bell. He says, "This podcast won't improve your drumming or piping, but it sure will ruin your reputation. One of the loosest podcasts in the known universe. Hold the cheeseburger. # one of the 6.
Hold a cheeseburger. Fair enough.
Remember that time we had Dell and she almost made it through an entire episode?
I was trying to figure this out. I think she did that to us on purpose.
Oh, she totally Chanarated it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think she
I
knew
actually,
that's what she did.
I actually listened to that one the other night.
How was it? I haven't heard
Yeah,
it.
what'd you think?
That was good. That was good. Yeah.
Should we start Aaron's Corner? Since we don't have Ozzy's Corner or Cahill's Corner anymore, we'll have Aaron review the shows and send us the clips.
You see,
That'd be great.
You see, I work night shifts, so I can just stick the headphones in and get on with my work. So I sort of keep yours and the big grabs to the same night, and it sort of normally gets a night of work in. So.
Oh, you do? Like, unless ours are insanely late because
I'm
to get out.
Yeah. Keep it in, and then just listen to other podcasts throughout the night and stuff like.
Sweet.
I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop on the voicemail I sent into the Big Rab show this week.
Uh-oh, what was it?
Let's just say I shit talked some association.
Did he post it yet? I haven't heard.
Oh
it.
yeah, it came out, but all like the news and stuff is like at the end of the episode, so you have to listen to the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
He's playing with the format a bit, but yeah. So anyway, getting back to my list. The Chanarant Happy Hour, Friday the 18th at 6 p.m. Join us. It's fun. If you've been, you know that it's a shit show.
Right.
But somehow works better than us doing the normal weekly production. So I don't know how that works.
Someday
We're laptop shopping this week.
No, dude. I think we gotta go around OBS. I think that's our problem.
Yeah, we could try that.
Find another service.
All right. So I think that's everything, right? Oh no, you know what? I have an announcement.
Thing, or no?
I have an announcement.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about the announcement, the big news. Wait, Aaron, do a drum roll for us, will you?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, in celebration of the 100,000th download of the Chanarant podcast, pending.
It'll happen.
We're very close.
It's very close.
So it will happen by the time we have this episode, and this episode will actually be the first weekend of October.
Correct.
With a very special guest, the one, the only, the legendary Mr. Stuart Little on the Chanarant podcast in October.
Can you believe that?
We've made it. We do this episode, we're done.
Yeah.
We don't have to do any more.
We got Aaron and we got Stuart Little. I mean, they're very close in their fame. And then we could just quit.
Yeah, then we're done. Then we just pack this shit up. I get my office back.
Get your room back. So I'm super excited. We worked it out. It is confirmed, people. It's happening. Now the question is, what do we do to him?
How do we punish poor Stuart?
How do we approach this?
I think we have to have Kelly on.
You think so?
To tell
the Stuart
about
story?
her adventures with her
Stuart in
intoxicated
Las Vegas.
adventures with her and Stu.
Aaron, how should we approach this, do you think?
Well, first of all, I would like to say congratulations to you, because that's a hell of a milestone, and I think it's very good that it's fantastic you've got Stuart Little on the show, and it sort of shows what you are doing and how you are getting out there, because you can attract people like the likes of Stuart Little and stuff. How you fuck with Stuart, I don't know. You could bring you could do the Dominatrix show while he's there, or like so, like it's friggin' I don't know.
Should we do the shot collar while Stuart's there?
We should do the shot collar while Stuart's on the air.
Just to completely really make the whole thing. Nah, but I think in all honesty, you should probably just let him talk whatever he wants to do. Like, let him run the fucking show and just let him go for it.
Yeah, I'm interested. I mean, yes, it's a big thing that we got Stu on the show. It's a big thing that we're hitting that 100,000 download mark. I'm actually just very excited because I haven't talked to the man in forever. Usually I would see him at something. I would either
somewhere.
Yeah, usually I'd see him at something somewhere, but everything got fucking canceled. So
yeah, no, I had the pleasure of interviewing him for a Schmeiper's Mojo thing.
Schmeiper's Schmojo
thing recently, yeah, he's a lovely human being, and
I miss Stu.
I'm like, I'm trying to decide, like, do we really channel him, or do we?
No, I think we got to ease him in. We got to do like we did.
He knows it exists. Yeah, he knows nothing about it.
I don't think he's ever listened to it.
No, he never has. He's aware that Jack's been on it. He's aware that some guys in his band have been on, but he has no clue at all. So I'm like, I don't know. Like,
I think that
I just want to be us, but I also want to get guests in the future. So
yeah, like I think we ease him into it, because we eased in Uncle Jack and he had a great time.
We did, yeah, and it was still fun and all that.
Yeah, and I didn't realize until I listened back to that episode how relentlessly those chicks were hitting on us while we were trying to do the fucking show.
I know, like,
and I listened back and I'm like, and like I could hear myself. I'm like, hey, like fuck off, like
like go away, goddammit, we're trying to do something here.
Can you imagine what that's like to be like, oh man, these guys are doing like a show or something. Oh, let's go like hit on them. All they want to do is talk to this old bagpiper. We got our tits out and everything, and nothing is happening.
How twisted are we that was our focus at the moment,
dude? Because it was the white whale. We literally drove to fucking. Like, we didn't want to. What? We went for Game of Drones in a fucking workshop? No.
We went to try to get him on the show.
We went to get Jack on the show. Like, that was it.
That's so funny. Yeah, no, it's gonna be fascinating.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, we gotta write some. Maybe we should do a bit ahead of time. Just, I don't know. There's so many things. I want it to be us, but also.
You wish it was a 4-hour show instead of the hour and a half with dodgy Scottish internet that we're actually gonna get.
We've been doing better lately. I think the internet
most of this is operator error that we're dealing with today.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's complete operator error. But the internet's been better for our UK guests lately. I think.
Maybe they finally got 1G. In Ireland and Scotland.
You know what we got to do, though?
What's that?
We definitely have to have Stuart. We got to talk to him about Steven.
Oh, well,
see if he knows anything about the controversy.
I see Aaron in the chat said Stuart Little is coming on before Stephen McWhorter. Stephen McWhorter's never coming on.
We won't let him on.
Yeah. I've changed my tune on this.
Listen, when somebody denies you, you fake it and
when
someone
denies you, you say that. Well, you can't quit because you can't fire me because I'm quitting.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You're not coming on my show. I'm not inviting you on my show.
That actually, Aaron, you're from Northern Ireland, and Stephen is from Northern Ireland originally. Do you know him?
Yeah, Stephen taught me at the very start.
There you go.
Well, that explains it.
So, how come you're so much cooler and and like I don't know? We actually had a sister on with the Dell episode.
Yeah,
just randomly.
I never see come on the show. I was sort of. I obviously know who Laura is, and I was sort of going, I wonder at this point, I never Laura introduced herself at the start. Did the guys know that Laura is Stephen's sister, but then I sort of
Yeah,
assumed.
I only know because Dell told me like ahead of time. She was like, "Oh, by the way, my friend's here, and by the way, it's Stephen McWhorter's sister." I'm like, "No fucking way! This is gonna be awesome." And then we got drunk and forgot.
We're gonna get everybody in Stephen's family on the show before him.
We'll never have him on. Just have his family on.
What's it? Hey, Aaron, do you have his parents' contact info?
No, I don't.
We're gonna get.
Could you find it for us?
We'll contact Laura. We'll get their folks' info. We'll have them on. Does he have any other relatives I should know about?
Can I call? I'm gonna call his wife.
We'll get everybody except him.
I get his kids on.
Yeah, and then we'll do like the Jimmy Kimmel thing of just bumping him every episode.
Every time. Yeah.
It's like, well, we have Stephen McWhorter on the line, but that's all the time we have.
Oh God, can you imagine?
We're friends on Facebook. One of these days, we're just gonna get drunk and I'm gonna randomly just dial him.
He hasn't deleted me. He may not be following me anymore, but he hasn't deleted me as a friend. So
I'm just gonna dial him randomly and just be like, "Hey!"
Actually, let's do that. Let's just
Not
do that.
right now.
No, today. Let's do it.
Nothing's working. Nobody can see.
Well, we got Aaron here. Aaron,
Nah.
we'll have Aaron
Give
call
it-
him in. Have Aaron call him in on Skype.
No, we'll get Stuart to call him in.
Oh, that's
when we
a
have
good
Stuart on.
I don't know. Aaron's cool.
Yeah, that's good. That's the job there. That's
That'll
what
be
you
a way to
do there.
fuck with Stuart and fuck
That's a
with
good idea. Let's have Stuart try to like negotiate.
Well, he'll be the peace broker. I mean, I don't have any hard feelings. He fixed the damn drums.
Yeah, I mean that's true. They won, I guess. So they're reigning world champions. Still.
Yeah, they're going to be reigning world champions for the next
Like
3
4
years
years,
because
yeah.
there's not going to be a Worlds. Okay, so that's all I got really. What's going on with you, Aaron? How have you been, man? I know you've been working. Are you still working with some U.S. bands, helping them out?
Yeah, so we're just the St Joseph's band that I'm in over in Ireland here, the Grade 2 band. We haven't really been doing much throughout the season, obviously, because the numbers are limited, and we had all our material off. So we're talking about maybe meeting up the end of this month, start of next month. But again, things have taken a bit of a bad turn the last couple of weeks here again. So we just don't know. As far as North Texas goes, just keeping the guys going with new material and not new band material for the band as such, just new material to get everybody's heads working and their hands working. Like it's different stuff, they've got their band scores again and know they have all the stuff off, so I'm sending them through scores that'll challenge them, so apart from that, they're working away.
So wait, to challenge him, are you adding the left hand in there for those guys finally, or what?
Oh no, these guys are really
Oh, I thought you were talking about Texas. You're talking about St. Joseph. Sorry.
Texas, the Texas guys, I think will surprise a lot of people whenever.
I'm just kidding, man. We love Jeremy.
Well, they don't actually play with sticks. They just tap their guns on the drum.
Yeah, exactly. We love Jeremy. That's the whole thing. He doesn't seem to get that we keep fucking with him. And that,
Oh, he definitely gets it.
The more he resists, the more relentless we become.
He definitely gets it.
He gets so mad. He gets mad every time.
I talk to him pretty frequently.
Oh, you do?
He
Okay,
definitely gets it.
He's so mad.
We'll get him on too.
He'll never come.
You should get on the show.
Call him, Aaron.
I'm not gonna have him on until I get that sweet Lone Star Piper sponsorship.
I know.
Although I did notice this. Have you been listening to the Rab Show lately? I noticed there's a lot less adverts.
Is there?
Do you think everyone's just like tightening the purse strings nowadays?
Oh,
or?
I'm sure that's part of it. I don't know. I skipped past all that anyway, so I don't.
Speaking of which, this episode brought to you by McLean Back.
Hold on. They're bespoke.com or something.
BespokeBagpipes.com.
I don't know. I don't have the
You can't
copy
even
in front of me.
You can't even get it right when it's in front of you.
I'm doing it on purpose.
Remember when we used to have the dojo thing and
I'm
you would say
fucking it up.
pipersdojo.com?
It's just funny to fuck it up because Joe just gets so mad. It's so funny.
We'll do that ad read later in the show.
We'll put it. Yeah.
I'm curious though. You mentioned, generally competitions being very uncertain for the future. Is that because people have managed to completely run your association into the ground?
Me?
You're doubling down on this, huh?
Yeah. Is it because?
Yeah, we're talking to you, Aaron.
It's I generally think it's just a very uncertain time for everybody at the minute, and it's kind of strange because we had such a great winter's practice with the guys down in St Joseph's, and it came to the stage where the season broke and it wasn't happening. So I told the guys, look, guys, put the sticks aside, have a summer holiday, enjoy the summer. You don't know when it could be, when you get another break again. And I think it done everybody actually a lot of good. Over this end of the world, because I do think this end of the world sometimes you can get burnt out because there's literally a competition on from April, whether it be solos, right through to the end of September. So there's like every week, I think there's a 2-week break or something in July, but like you can get burnt out so quick. So I think the lads will enjoy this wee break, but as far as
Go ahead, sorry.
I'm fucking with them because the stream can't see me, but
no, they can't.
Aaron and Fusco can.
but no, all honesty, next year, if somebody was to say to me at the minute, what's your predictions? And I normally try and tend to think positively, but I would say it's probably 70-30% that it won't happen.
Really? I'm thinking it's going to happen, but
not in a million fucking years.
But I've also heard rumors that RSPBA is already considering canceling next year. Is the rumors?
Well,
you know what?
They might as well. They've already taken the money and ran.
I don't know what the story is with RSPBA. I don't read into it quite a lot because at the end of the day, the way I look at it is if pipe bands can go ahead next season and have competitions, the pipe bands will pull together themselves and find a way of getting it done. And that's the way I look at it. Whether it's the RSPBA or whether it's the fucking FBA that's running it, it doesn't matter. We'll still, still get together and be able to have a competition of some sort.
Right, and that's the way it should be, anyways.
It should be exactly. It's the only way it should be. It shouldn't matter who's in fucking charge. It's about getting together, and even whether it's fucking competitions or whatever it is, like let's just get the people back together and enjoying the friggin' playing.
I think it's going to be a cyclical process that we see a lot moving forward in the future. That like for example, take as much as I like to shit on the RSPBA, right? Like take them as a case study. You have a thriving pipe band scene in an area, in a geographic location, right?
Yeah.
People who are will spend their hard-earned money to just travel, do contests, work their ass off 2 practices a week to get to these things and play them. As soon as you have something that is that kind of self-sustaining as far as just the people who will put in work at their own loss, it attracts people who need to help facilitate but don't participate. You know what I mean? Right. So it starts to attract these hangers-on and people who say, you know what we need? More bureaucracy in this. For sure. Because that'll make it all better.
Right.
And it creates a secondary industry. Like realistically, piping and drumming, etc. That is just like a thing that people will do, whether there's a contest, whether there's organization, whether there's anything. People are going to want to fucking play. The people who do it want to do it.
The old saying. Sorry, go ahead.
This is the big thing. This is a big thing. You see the people, and I'm not talking about you guys or Rob, Big Rab, or the podcast guys, but you see the people that are shitting on the RSPBA. They actually don't fucking play in bands anymore.
Well, yeah, because they have nothing to lose, so now they're actually speaking up.
I mean, I shit on the RSPBA and play in a band, but
yeah, but they can't do anything.
Yeah, but it's not that fact. Like there's no organization in the world that's everybody. Like my honest opinion, the RSP. I love going to a competition on a Saturday. I love the way it's ran. I have no problem with the way it's ran. That's my honest opinion, and I've been playing for friggin' 17 years. I have no problem the way it, but other people obviously do, but the majority of them people don't play, and they're I just think that sometimes it's just like the RSPBA is going through a hard time, whether it was their own doing or whether it was other people's doing. Just let's try and fix it, because at the end of the day we all want to get out, we all want to go onto the park, and we all want to fucking play. So let's get together, sort out a way to fix it, and let's get fucking playing. Because listen, we could shit on it all day, but at the end of the day, if there's no competitions next season just due to the RSPBA not being able to get out, well then people's going to say, oh fuck, I wish there was an RSPBA so we could get competitions again. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Couple things.
So that's my kind of take on it.
First off, Aaron is 16 years old and he's been playing for 17 years. That's remarkable. And 2,
He started when he was an embryo.
he did. That's why he's so goddamn good.
He picked up the sticks when he was a twinkle in his dad's eye.
His dad's sperm was like beating fucking drums on his mom's vagina.
Just with the tail. Only the right hand.
But 2, we have gone down and we have definitely said over and over again, we've never seen a competition run like you see over there.
Oh no,
like
it's
it is
so
remarkable,
clean.
so
it's
good,
so clean, man.
So
people know what they're doing.
I give them a lot of credit for that. Absolutely.
Day of, I think
Day of is remarkable.
they nail it. I think it's everything outside of that when it comes to like like long-term planning.
Part of it is communication, but
long-term planning and actually just like running an effective empire. I don't think they do well.
Yeah. You know the old saying, like those who, and this is sort of going back a few minutes from what he's saying.
Those who can't do teach.
Yeah, you know that whole thing?
It should
like,
be those
who
can
play and those who can't
organize
or manage or volunteer or whatever. They want to be close to pipers and drummers and athletes and whatever.
And I think that it is like there's a gravity to it. Like, and it's gonna be a weird
gravitas. Or
no, actual. I think there's.
Or literal.
I'm gonna do an analogy using space. Maybe it's more of a metaphor because I'm not gonna use like or as. Well, obviously, doesn't matter. If piping and drumming, right, and the culture of literally just being in the circle playing the instrument, and that's what you do. That is your thing. Consider that to be the star.
Mm-hmm.
And over time, all this other shit gets pulled into its orbit.
Right.
Organizations that, let's build a business around this. Assholes like us, where it's like, let's do a podcast about this.
Right. Yeah, but at least we play.
Farther out in the solar system, we've got like meme pages and shit. And even farther than that, even farther out from the system from that, we have like the Podband Pipecast.
Right.
Like.
Or the hangers on like James has.
Yeah, like I think that one of the things you got to keep in mind is just it is a powerful force, this hobby realistically, or a career for some folks, and you got to just kind of keep in mind the shit that's not the sun. For example, organizations, not the sun. If they go, a new one will get pulled into orbit. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Podcasts. We'll be the only one by 2025.
Well,
no one else will be able to afford to do it anymore.
Well, Rab will do it at any time.
Rab will.
He's just gonna hold his phone.
I'm gonna fly Rab out here, and he'll take my chair. It'll be you and him doing the Chan Rant podcast.
If only Rab lived here, he would be our best third.
Yeah,
we need a third. And if anybody out there wants to apply for the third position, we need a third person,
preferably with video experience.
Somebody with ability to handle a camera, preferably.
Yeah, but because
we'll move you out here. We won't pay for it, but we'll say hi.
We'll pay you at least $5 a month.
We'll use some of that sweet Patreon.
We can move Aaron out.
Aaron, dude, come on out here. Well, I actually had this question for Aaron. What would it take for me to steal you from North Texas? I just want you to like give him the middle finger, stop working with them, and work with us.
He'll never speak to them again. Is that what you're thinking? Like full on banhammer.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want you to fuck what's his name's wife, Jeremy's wife. Well, on your way out.
Dude, come on. You have any idea how many angry emails I have to deal with now?
I do.
Cocksucker.
No, but seriously, what would it cost me
do
to
what
steal
you will
from
to the
North
man. Dude, he's the one that's going to drive down to Vegas and kick your ass. I'm just going to film it.
Oh,
it's going to be the new Lone Star Piper ad is him beating the shit out of you.
Listen, just like with Stephen McWhirter at Winter Storm, the best thing that could happen is he punches me in the face and I get it on tape. That would be the greatest thing that could ever happen. Anyway, Aaron, seriously, what would it take to steal you from them? What would it cost me to...
Look, it's not a matter of stealing anybody from anybody. As I said, I've said it before, I'd help anybody out. If anybody reaches out to me and need anything, I have no problem helping them out or giving them what they need.
Will you come? Will you come play bass drum with us next year? Because we are going to be needing a bass drummer.
No, that's me. I quit pipes.
I can call. No problem. I'll come and play the bass drum for you. No problem.
Excellent.
No, I'm gonna get him to give me lessons because I'm taking Joe's advice. I'm quitting bagpipes.
Joe suggested quitting pipes.
I'm just gonna play bass drum.
It's probably best.
I feel like it suits me. A big dumb ox carrying a drum.
Yeah. That's usually what the bass drummer is. Big dumb ox.
And I can drink a lot more, and I don't have to tune.
No, well, if
Like
you're
once.
if you're in North Texas, you don't have to tune. But
Jesus, shots fucking fired.
nah, I'm
These
just
boys are going to get me in a lot of fucking trouble here, so just keep it clean. Please keep it clean.
I'm just kidding. So no,
That's where I'm going. I'm actually going to go play with them.
I was talking to Brad, Beer Boy Brad, about this last night. I was like, "Hey, you think Jeremy would let me come play with this band? Like, if I
Dude,
want,
I would do it.
We have some great ideas for that.
I would do it. That's a good band.
They're okay. But
Guys, look, you see what North Texas are doing. North Texas have Winston Murdoch, who is the leading drummer. He's from Northern Ireland. Winston has been over, I think, a couple of times. They've got Big Rab, and basically my hand in North Texas is basically just giving them a bit of, like, I'm not writing material or anything for them. Basically, I'm there just as a sort of, do you know what Cameron Drummond's Play for Seats thing? I'm kind of there doing what he does, like sort of saying, okay, guys, the last part of that, you need to look at that. And then basically I'm giving them other material that'll just benefit them as solo players, and, you know, obviously which will lead on to them playing better as players to play in their core.
Right.
So it's not as much, you know, it's more me just being there as a guide rather than a tutor as such. I'm helping them out sort of all individually as well, and giving them material and doing what I can for them. But it's the same. I have people on the books from South Africa. I have people on the books from Scotland, Ireland, you name it. Like, you know, and I just anybody that needs it, I give them what they need. You know.
So does that get you any hate from, you know, people who are also doing lessons and teaching, but like not necessarily as forthcoming with their knowledge? Like the people are like, "Hey, you're fucking cutting my livelihood here."
The way I look at it is, I didn't have a great deal of time to do it before, and it's not that you know, I have a bit of time now, but I just feel now that I've taken a step back from field marshal. Yes, I'm a leading drummer of a grade 2 band over here, but I just feel it's now time to give a little bit back to the pipe band community. You know, I just feel it's time to give just that little bit back to them.
I hear that's what your new girlfriend thinks too. She's just thought it's time to give a little bit back to the community. So she now she's dating you, I guess.
Well, she's you just have to be very, very careful what you say here, because she literally just walked into the kitchen the minute you said that. That was so freaky.
Amazing! What timing I have. I had no idea.
See, but I mean, that's, you know,
she just heard the new girlfriend bit, and she just looked at me, what the fuck? Because I've let her listen to some of your shows, and she's like, what the fuck is going on?
So you're not doing the that stripper on the side anymore then, like you were?
No. she's gone there. So,
So you are.
Which one is coming over tonight?
Yeah. I think it's cool, man. I think it's cool you're giving back. Like, I mean, I remember, you know, Skill, you had a period where you were giving back to the community, the piping community, and not just
By
like
spreading herpes?
Yeah, not just herpes and unwanted pregnancies, but also like I think that
let me tell you,
granted, you're employed doing what you do, but teaching beginners class is fucking it's unrelenting.
It is unrelenting. It is
I'm going to throw a little bit of shots fired out there.
Uh-oh.
Not to anybody in particular.
Uh-oh.
I just find my project that I'm going to sort of tease you a little bit here what's happening, but
okay.
I have something in the background that's happening, going to be in the next month or so, and it's going to, there's a bit of it I can't discuss just at the minute, but there's, you know, the main bit's going to be teaching and setting up, you know, so it's more of a structured thing, so I can get things in motion with the online teaching, which the online teaching, I honestly think sometimes it can be a little bit of just give me your money and you're not going to go that much further than what you're at already. I'm going to start a drumming school in my local town and try and get the kids, because there's a lot of, you know, obviously with Northern Ireland there's a lot of flip bands and stuff around the areas and stuff, but there's a lot of kids just come in and they left a pair of drumsticks and they don't get taught right. So I'm going to start up a drumming school in my local town and try and gather them kids in and teach them right. And whether they want to play flip bands, rock bands, pipe bands,
what is a flip
friggin'
band?
brass bands.
Flip band, you said? What is that?
Flip band. You know, like
flute band. Sorry, I just misunderstood.
like
yeah.
Like Blood and Thunder, that kind of thing?
Yeah, Blood and Thunder. That
Okay,
kind of
yeah.
stuff. So like, you know, that's
Dude,
that's
there's gonna be some jacked kids. I've seen those guys. They beat the fuck out of those drums.
yeah. So it's like, give these kids the opportunity to actually learn the basics of drumming first, and if they want to learn, you know, rolls and singles and mummy daddies and paradiddles, and then go and play with the flip band, that's completely fine by me. But let's get the basis of it done first. But I believe that there's a lot of these guys, girls, that start up, you know, something percussion or something drumming, and then they do everything half-arsed, and they put this big thing out at the start, and it's like, you know, this is what I can do and this is what I've done, and then the next minute there's nothing. It just goes blank. So I'm going to try and keep that. You know, it's like you guys coming out and saying, we're going to start this new Chanter Rant podcast, blah blah blah, this is what we're going to do, and you do 2 episodes and fuck off.
Oh, that's called the Grace No Vortex.
Grace No Vortex.
Yeah. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
You probably see a lot of that shit too.
Oh my god, yeah.
It does take dedication to get drunk and ramble with my friends for an hour.
Yeah.
Every week.
What I find remarkable, I think about this sometimes, because we give Doogie a lot of shit, and he deserves it.
Oh my god, the sheer body of work.
But
though.
Also, like it's remarkable to me when I see the machinations of the dojo stuff, like, and how much work he does going into that. And people give him shit because he's a dick, but whatever. But but he's a lovable dick. But like, there's so much that goes into that. Like,
Doogie and I are spirit brothers.
Like, it's remarkable how hard he works.
Anytime it's like, oh my god, I can't believe how much work goes into doing something that seems so simple. Like, yes,
it looks super simple. It's like, hey, it's a website and hey, I'm gonna hire these people to teach.
Huge pain in the ass.
Oh my god, dude, the stuff that goes into that. Like, so Aaron, I don't envy you about what you're about to do. I don't know exactly what you're doing.
But I respect the shit out of you for doing it.
Like, if you can be consistent, and that's huge. We actually learned this from Doogie, and we're doing a good job with it. Is done is better than perfect, and just keep it going. You got it. And this is the same for practicing, learning the pipes or the drums or whatever. Every day, just keep at it, man.
Keep going.
Like,
but you just mentioned it, Andy. The Piper's Dojo. How long's the Piper's Dojo been going for now?
About 60 years.
7 years, maybe officially, technically.
How long's 5, 6 years?
Yeah, like 7-ish, I think. 2013.
Okay,
is official.
So I'll put it out there. Name me a drumming aspect of Piper Dojo that's been going for 7 years.
There isn't
no such thing. Yeah, there's not even nothing.
Well, not that comes to my mind. There's nothing out there.
I mean, what's out there now? You have like Rhythm Monster, that kind of stuff, but that's brand new. That was like last year, wasn't it?
Like a year old, maybe.
Yeah. You know, so, and to be fair, it's like, I'm just going to try and make everything simple for people. You know what I mean? That this is how you do it. This is how you get into it. Here's the information you need, and you either contact me and we'll go from there, or come to come to the local class. And I've got people on board with me to help me with that. So it's not just going to be me running around like a headless chicken trying to organize all this shit. So,
well, I think it's a good idea to start. Go ahead.
It's all about giving back, and as I said, trying to, get the whole thing. I didn't enjoy my drumming for a long time, and I started to enjoy it again there, in the past year a lot more. So it's okay.
Wait. Let's go back to this. Why did you not enjoy drumming for a while? What happened?
Well, I think I talked about it a wee bit in the last podcast. It was sort of, I was in field marshal for 12 years whenever I left last year. So it was, without, boasting or bragging or whatever, I had won every prize there was to win. I'd won the Worlds, I'd won every major competition, I'd won the Grand Slam twice, which has only been done 3 times. I had done everything that there was.
But did you do the Chanter Rant Grand Slam?
Yeah, you didn't win the Chanter Rant contest.
Because the Chanter Rant, technically, the Chanter Rant Grand Slam is...
Who bangs 5 chicks in one night?
No, you have to bang one tenor drummer from every grade 1 band.
I'm working my way through that.
Has anybody passed that yet?
I would guess
You're
Jock,
probably close.
I'm gonna guess Jock Elliott probably has done that.
Oh, that's probably maybe Handsome Tony.
Handsome Tony.
Andy, did you say Andy's the closest?
I think you're probably the closest. No, Handsome Tony's probably
Handsome
closest.
Tony's way closer than me.
Yeah.
And Jock Elliott has for sure done it. Who's G1 reads?
Well, if he confirms, then we'll send him the CR Grand Slam shirt.
But that's what I'm saying, So like, it got to a stage where I love Field Marshal. I love everybody in the band. I had a great time there. But it just got to the stage where I was going out on a Saturday, and yes, I still wanted to win. But that drive at home to practice, and for me personally to get better as a player, just lost. I stopped playing solos. Just my motivation just completely dropped. I got to a stage where you just get so used to winning and going every Saturday.
Fucking snarf.
Fuck you, dude.
Fucking, that is the most humble brag.
Fuck this guy. Yo, I'm hanging up on you right now.
I got so used to winning.
You cunt.
I got so used to winning, I had to join a shittier band.
Aaron, yeah, dude. Like, he needs a challenge. Like, Aaron.
Get fucked, asshole.
Aaron, have you ever won the world drumming solos?
Pardon?
Have you ever won the solos? The world's drumming solo, whatever the fuck they call it.
Oh, yeah. See? So you haven't won everything.
Stephen McWhorter's only won it like 17 times. Like, come on, man. You're
fucking throwing shade.
Oh, I love this guy.
What you have to remember, some of these guys, some of these guys I'm competing against in the solos.
Keep it Skype on the monitor.
Some of these guys I'm competing with in the solos are doing drumming as a day job, so they're fucking playing 8 and 9 hours a day. I'm working a fucking 10-hour shift, and I'm coming home. I maybe have band practice. I've got my own normal life to do. It's
and apparently a girlfriend.
Yeah,
a couple of them I hear.
That's a major factor. I made the top 12 in the World Solo Final in 2012 on my second year in the final.
Wait, when you say make the top 12, were you 4th or 11th?
I was 11th.
Hey, that's fair.
Nobody says made the top 12 if they weren't 11.
Right.
They say make the top 5.
Right. You'd say top 5.
But that's a very to me at that stage was a great achievement. My wee brother has won the World Solos twice.
Damn.
Who's your brother?
John McLean. He won it as a juvenile player. You see the juniors. So
can you call him, because we want to talk to him, not you.
Yeah, we're trading up.
So he played with me in Field Marshal for the last couple of seasons. But as I'm saying, basically, I got a bit complacent. You go to a competition on a Saturday. You're like, okay, Field Marshal. You guys know what the pipe corps is like. These are both pipers. I know a little bit about piping, don't know much. But the band's going to be, if the band has a good run, the band's going to be thereabouts.
Right.
And that's a major thing that plays in your head. You're sort of going, okay, as long as I go into the ring and do my bit, we should be, I shouldn't have to worry about the rest of them. Whereas now, as you guys mentioned, as a challenge, I have to go now and worry about nine other drummers, 4 or 5 tenor drummers, a bass drummer, and I actually have to worry about how the pipe corps doing. So I'm worrying about other people. So
don't worry about them yet. They're still tuning.
It's more of a kick up the arse for me to get the motivation back, and there's no qualms about it. I would love to be still playing my Field Marshal, but what I'm doing now as a leading drummer of St. Joseph's, it definitely got my motivation straight back up. Literally the minute I started writing my own material, organising things. But I tell you, you guys know, you run the band. It's a pain in the ass trying to get everybody together. But at the end of the day, it's all worth. Whenever I was seeing the players come onto the floor, in February time, and I could see the 9 drummers that I had, the tenor section, the bass section, and it was all coming together, I was sort of going, it's been worth it. So
what you're describing is a band rection.
A band reaction, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's when you're working your ass off, but it's coming together, and it just gives you like 3/4 of a stiffy.
Yeah.
It's a band erection.
We talked to Tim Hutchinson about this.
About his penis?
No.
Oh.
About like what Aaron's talking about, where like Aaron's has now gone from a player to a leader, and how like once you go there,
Different
if you're a certain
roles.
type of person,
You never get out.
Well, there's that too, but there's also like
Has anyone told him that part yet?
you're fucked, dude. By the way, but there's a certain amount of satisfaction to, or I don't know what you want to call it.
Dude,
but
I'm happy when
the
people
new challenge is.
I'm just happy when people show up and preferably on time with their fucking flashes on.
Well, that's true, but there's a certain amount of like going after like trying to get this group together instead of just worrying about you. Now you're trying to get this thing to happen. So Tim, we talked about this with Tim, where like would you go back? Remember that conversation where like would you want to go back to just a player? I'm like that's the fantasy of like I don't have to do anything except worry about myself, but also there's an ego, there's a whatever.
Well, there's also everything
like,
that you
here's
don't
this
think
thing.
is being done right. Like
Whichever
Can I-
thinks.
how do you
Can I
side
cut over
mine?
the top of you a second?
Yeah,
Of course.
There's a massive thing that a lot of people miss. If you tick, I would say, and correct me if you think I'm wrong in saying this, I would say about 85 to 90% of players from grade 1 right down to 4B that are not pipe major and leading drummer only think all I have to do today is worry about myself.
100%.
Correct.
You know, so it's like, how do we get? I'm trying to get my core to think, right, guys. Yes, you need to know what the shit. You need to know your shit. But you know, if you see somebody else not doing something right, pull them aside, talk to me. Let's work as a team, because at the end of the day, if you're a team, you get the shit done. If you have, that's the problem. Sometimes you've got people are just worried about the shit they're doing on their own, and sometimes it just everything just pulls away. So the main thing to me is trying to get everybody on the exact same page and thinking what I'm thinking. If they're thinking what I'm thinking, then hopefully it should be right.
So I don't mean to brag, but when I was on this conversation, one of my many conversations with Stuart Little that I have online.
Snort.
But one of the things he was
ordering us a new bell right now. Well, we'll ring it every time Andy.
A humble brag bell.
Every time Andy's a douche, we'll ring it.
But when I was talking to him, and he mentioned this, like, actually, it could have been Rab Matheson, the legendary pipe major from Shots.
Yeah, when's he coming on, by the way?
Oh,
that was in your homework.
That wasn't my homework. I'm trying. I'm working on it. But anyway,
see what it's like trying to run
one
a business
one of the
man?
pipe major things is exactly what Aaron was just talking about, is getting the player to accepting the fact that we've done this in our band, but like accepting the fact that the guy next to you, if the guy next to you, essentially the quote was this: if the guy next to you says, "Hey, that's an E grace note, not a D grace note," or whatever, some sort of like comment, like we're all in this together. It's not just you, right? It's not just you worry about yourself. It's like, hey, like we're all a team. Like the guy, if the guy turns to you and says, "Oh, we hold that note a little longer," like accept it. Like don't resist it. Like we've had this in our band.
You have to have an open mind.
People
when you're
at low levels,
doing
especially
anything
get the
musical.
ego
That's the thing that blows my mind about pipe band versus like any other form of music. Because like in any other band setting, rock band, orchestra, brass band, marching band, whatever, like you have to be so open to criticism so you're continuously improving yourself. And in pipe band, it's so much more egotistical.
Huge. It's like people are so offended every time anybody says anything to you. But this is exactly what they were talking about. Is like if the guy next to you says, like, it's an E grace note, D grace note, don't get offended. Just fucking go with it. You gotta be
like, oh shit,
flexible. Flexible is hugely important.
You just gotta be like, oh shit, okay, cool, or like, hey, pull that.
Yeah, like
I mean,
but
I've
guys,
had times.
it's so easy saying that, but you know yourselves. Like half the fucking time, as you say something to somebody, and it's like, oh, I'm fucking right, you're wrong, and like,
it goes right to that immediately.
Yeah,
like
and
ego pops up, and then you're
like here's like going back to what Aaron was talking about the difference between just showing up and playing and having to be leadership.
Can I interrupt for a second?
You just interrupted my interruption.
I know,
We're interrupception right now.
Aaron, who are you talking to? Which girlfriend are you talking to in the background there?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Is it the busty African American lass that I saw you with last week, or is it a different one?
Different one. Yeah. No.
But yeah, like going back to what he said about the difference, and I think you're right. Here, I think it's a problem of scale. So he said that when someone is showing up to play, 100% of that is them just making sure that they're there playing and not fucking it up. And I think that makes a lot of sense. I don't think that in leadership, you're using a different percentage. You're not using the same scale as that person. Right. So, and I think it is a matter of scale. So like that person who is just showing up to play and they're not in leadership or any kind of role like that, 100% of their energy is going into them showing up on time with their fucking clothes on and playing the bagpipes.
Right.
For leadership, that same 100% is our first 10%. Yes. So it's just a matter of scale. Like, yeah, the 100% you're putting into this right now, I've already put in, and that's only 10% of what I have to do today. And
well,
so
that's true.
I think it's like it's just a matter of scale. I just think that people don't realize that your duties as a player and only a player, you can get 95 out of 100. That's only 100 out of my 1,000.
Okay, but so what? Like,
I just think. I mean, we all fucking.
They don't care.
They don't give a shit. But we all buy into this. I just think that there is a problem with people thinking at the player level that there's a difference in that scale, or not a difference in that scale. And like, well, I'm giving my 100. Why aren't you giving your 100? It's like, dude, I already did my 100 before you got here. Now I'm going up to I'm going up to 900 to 1,000.
That's actually an interesting question.
Like,
does anybody walk into the park on the day and think, like,
how many text messages
have I had to field? Being lazy?
Yeah.
I mean, or whoever, the drum sergeant?
How many text messages has a person got because people didn't know where to park?
Dude, oh my God, I want to fucking kill everybody. Yeah,
yeah. No, I think you're like 100% right. I think there's people out there that, you know, there's obviously in every drum corps and every pipe corps and tenor corps, there's obviously better players. You know, there's people that are better players, and my 100% might not be somebody else's 100%. You know, so I would tend to agree with you there, Josh, on what you're saying. Yeah, I would.
Don't agree.
Well, I think it's two separate scores too. Like, right, like you can be the best player and the worst team member.
Oh, absolutely.
100%. I've seen that happen before.
Yeah. 100%. So I think, like, I mean, I value a not as good player who's a great team member over a great player who's a shit team member. Always.
Yeah.
Rab talks about this in the week. Rab Matheson, when I interviewed him, he talked about this. He would rather have what he calls a steady Eddie, but a guy who just fucking shows up, plays his pipes every day.
He wants a Big Bear Jer.
Absolutely. Like a guy who plays every day, who's got his pipes together, everything's always good. Like, he may not be the best player, whatever, but he's into the system, he's playing every day, etc. Like, that's every sports team in history it's all about the team, because what wins things is not having a bunch of, like, we learned this in Spirit of Scotland. They had the greatest fucking pipers of all time.
Yeah, a bunch of drummers, great soloists and
yeah, but I mean, granted, they didn't have the time to work it out, but also, like, Field Marshal is arguably the greatest team ever. I don't know. Like, they're all a bunch of robots, of course, but
yeah,
no
they're all clones.
It's like cloning Richard Park 17 times or 24 times, whatever it is.
Well, what happens is every time a woman in that area decides to conceive, they just mix in a little bit of Richard Park spunk.
Yeah, like, dude, that guy. This is what they do in
that way. That way, they all have a bit of that talent.
DNA
in Belfast right now. There's a sperm bank with 7,000 samples of Richard Parks. I mean,
that explains why I can't order a magic bullet on Amazon. They're all going to fucking
Belfast.
They're all going to Belfast.
But like, it comes down to it. The reason why Field Marshal Pipe Band has been so successful, you know, during my time that I've been there, which has been arguably, and I'm not just saying this, so don't go off on one. It's probably.
Go ahead.
Preemptive. Fuck you.
Say it.
Since what, 2006 they started really. I joined in 2008, but arguably since 2006 they have been apart from the last 4 or 5 years, and obviously SAFU had a bit of a stint, St Lawrence had a stint, but there was 4 or 5 years where Field Marshal Montgomery were just, like, I remember it, the band was just fucking incredible. Like, there was nobody.
It was
there was nobody on
insane how consistent.
You know that yourself.
Good
but
they are.
The biggest thing was Field Marshal Montgomery, and I'm not saying that other bands didn't have this, but Richard Parks. If Richard Parks stood out of the circle and he said, I don't know about piping, but he said that fucking D's wrong. And whether the other 24 pipers that were playing beside him thought that D was right, they changed it to the way that Richard wanted to play. And that's the reason why they were so successful, because they listened to absolutely, and they trusted in him. And that's the reason why, and even as drummers, we done the same. If Richard said there was something wrong with the ensemble, we listened to him, and that's why it proved to be right. Like Stephen Crichton does the same with St Lawrence O'Toole Drum Corps. That's why they're so successful, because he's in charge. Everybody listens to him. You can see that everybody clearly listens to him, and they all play, as you say, like robots, like the exact same as Stephen. So, and that's why they're so successful.
I noticed he didn't say Stephen McWhorter.
He just said Stephen.
What about him?
Well, you've got Stephen McWhorter too. Like, his drum corps is fantastic. They've won friggin' the world's drumming in 2017. Stephen's the same. Them top 4 or 5 bands, they're all the same. They're there for a reason, because the leaders they have there are respected and listened to. And the top 4 or 5 bands in Grade 1, you can literally, it can come down to just, I think sometimes in competitions it actually doesn't come down to Field Marshal or Scottish Power or St Lawrence or Simon Fraser had mistakes. I think it just comes down to who's judging and whether they like your fucking medley or your MSR.
That's I think much a part of it.
Yeah, and I think that there's something to be said for the idea of the individual versus the team. Like, I learned this lesson from none other than Andy Fusco himself.
Me?
About the importance of a team versus the importance of an individual. He told me a long time ago, why fuck a 10 when you can fuck 5 2s?
Get yourself a team of 2s. Here I was all prepared for Josh to say something nice, and then he just cunted me. That's true. Like, I'd rather have a team of 2s. Speaking of that, Aaron, I saw your girlfriend walk by briefly. How is she? Like 12 years old? How old is this girl?
Would you ease up? we are getting close to the end of our episode.
We are.
Aaron, it's always a pleasure to have you on, and I do appreciate the fact that you're doing the school. I think that the idea of a school for drummers is good. Plus,
somebody's got to wrangle those fucks.
Yeah, and plus, kids are like so much less likely to get diddled in a drum school than a Sunday school.
Correct.
At a drum school, they just get paradiddled.
That is the greatest joke of all time.
Nailed it.
Go to Aaron's school and get paradiddled.
It's a pleasure talking to you again. I just like coming on for the crack and the banter, and just you can be a little bit more freely, and whenever you're talking to these guys and talk about things that you can't really get out sometimes. And there's not what you guys are giving. You're giving people like me a platform to actually come on and talk about the shit we've done, the shit we're going to do, and our experiences. And there's that you've got the Big Rab show, and Big Rab is a good friend of mine, and he does a fantastic job, and he does the same. He gives people a platform to come on and talk about their pipe band lives. And I think a lot more people like me who have played at the top of Grade 1, who have won every competition there is to win. Well, there's not many
big
like me.
Dick player.
You can't see me in the chat or audio listeners.
Josh is stroking his big dick.
But I'm going ahead and just jerking off, just like Aaron is.
Aaron is. Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah,
I want to hear where this goes.
Hold on, tickle my ass. I haven't finished yet.
But I honestly think more people. It's great to hear the likes like Glenn Brown on the show, Cameron Drummond. I think there should be more people out there that's played at the top end of Grade 1, the bottom end of Grade 1. It doesn't matter what grade you're in, just people that had the experience that come on and, talk shit.
It's absolutely great. Listen, one of the things that we're trying to do here is take
Everybody's money.
Well, that's it. No, that's playing for sheets.com to try and take everybody's money.
Hey, don't mention bleep
Oh,
that.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'll bleep that out.
I've already said that if you want to come to me, I'll do the playing for seat things for 50% off with
That's capitalism, baby.
Hey man, you don't have to do that shit for free, man.
Again, a great thing. We'll not get into that obviously because I think they fucked you over, but
yeah,
we did
a month of reads and we got no Stephen McWhorter.
That's whatever.
Granted,
I like Cameron.
As soon as your school's up, I'll give you a month of reads if you can get me Stephen McWhorter's parents.
If you can get me anything related to Stephen McWhorter, I will advertise.
I want to have everyone on his family on the show before him.
How fucking great would that be?
Lads, I just want my own T-shirt saying you're going to get paradiddled. That's
it is on the way.
That is the next shirt. You're going to get
paradiddled. Put it in the notes.
What's the name of your school going to be, Aaron?
It'll be get paradiddled #1 of the 6. That'll be the shirt.
It'll be get paradiddled. Yeah. I'm writing this down in my notebook of ideas
of things that we write down and never remember.
No, well, my girlfriend baked the chocolate cake today, so I'm going to go and have a bit of chocolate cake and some milkshake now and watch a bit of Game of Thrones and get an early night.
Hold on. Is that a euphemism for anal sex?
I have no idea.
So that
she's
means
like, hey,
it is.
Baby, it is.
But she's wearing the strap on.
Oh yeah, no, she's fucking pegging him. He's getting it in the butt.
Aaron, good to have you on as always, brother. I'll see you soon, I hope.
Yeah.
Have a good one, mate. Fusco, we gotta do your final thoughts now.
I just want to say real quick before Aaron checks out, fuck Aaron, fuck him. Aaron McLean. You're supposed to hang up.
He's still there.
Shit, you're supposed to hang up.
You waited to see what we were going to say about him after.
No, just kidding, man. Hey, thanks for having me on, man. Final thoughts? I love the friends we make on this show, man. Aaron's awesome. I've never met him in person. We have so many cool people that it's.
I'm going to pick him up like Joe Brady.
When we run into this guy in person someday, it's going to be the greatest hug of all time.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him the Joe Brady hug where I pick him up and kiss him on the cheek.
How tall are you, Aaron? By the way, in feet.
6'3".
6'3"?
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely not fully Irish.
All right, no, we're not picking you up. Then you're picking us up.
I mean, I can.
You fucking cunt ya. But no, seriously, man. Love having you on. Love all the friends we make because a bunch of cunts are on the radio. These two cunts on the radio are talking to people.
Wait, did they rename their podcast? Oh, no.
Two cunts on us. No, that's two cunts on the radio. We should rename us.
No, we should bleep that probably, but I know you're not going to.
No, fuck it. Ding. No, but Aaron, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Any time these are stuck for some day or need, even want half an hour slot filled out, just let me know, give me a shout and
he will. Aaron McLean will fill your slot.
That's great. That's good advertising right there.
Episode title.
Aaron McLean. Hold on.
My final thoughts are just that I am going to apply to be the new CEO of RSPBA. It's good money in that.
That's next week's show.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm gonna find the job application and I'm gonna be the new CEO. I think that I can make some changes.
By the way, the guy that's in charge. Well, I don't know. He's in charge, but he's the voice of RSPBA, the guy that announces the Worlds and all that every year. That's the guy that retired, whatever. Imagine Chanarant announcing the Worlds. Just announcing. We don't got to be in charge of anything.
We're gonna be half in the bag.
I run your drumming school for you.
There you go. See?
Chanarant Drumming School by Aaron McLean.
Here is my petition to the listeners. Support my campaign to be the new CEO of the RSPBA. 50,000 pounds a year, dude. I'd actually do a job.
Is that what he makes?
Yeah.
No
that
way.
That's what he got hired at. It went up from there.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man, I'll do that job. Easy.
Is there a retirement program?
Doesn't matter.
Just quickly, if you can turn the camera around on Skype, is that possible? Can I do that?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
You can.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that. That's some Irish tea right there. Chocolate cake.
Is that a tea and cake?
That's a tea and cake.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful, man.
I love these and leavies, guys. And listen, I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, love
of
you,
course,
man.
Have a good one. But yeah, no, that's my final thought is support my campaign to be the new CEO of the RSPBA.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
I'll do 3 months out of the year wildland firefighting, and then 8 months out of the year making that a profitable business, which is not hard to do.
No. What I'm thinking is this. Josh McEachern is Grade 1 champions 2024, because it's going to be years before
Yeah, it takes
that happens.
forever.
Dramatic pause. Hey, yo. Inveray wins 2024, yo.
Do I say yo?
No, I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm like, I would just
I'm trying
like,
to think of how to
they'd be
do
like,
a...
great. And I just like me take the mic and be like, fucking sit down, codger. Embraer wins. Everyone go the fuck home.
Everybody go home. Let's get out of here. Fucking let's go drink. To the bar. Todd bar. Everybody.
They'd be like, wait, what? I'm like, Inverary wins. Everybody go home.
Inveray wins.
English,
fuck you all.
motherfucker. Do you speak it?
Oh, that's so great, man.
Well, I'd like to thank Aaron for coming on the show. I'd like to thank everyone who hung out for the tumultuous technical difficulties of the stream.
Yeah, you guys have been looking at my face because we can't get the stream to work, but that's okay.
Well, yeah, the whole webcam thing's been a bit of a pain in the ass. I think it's because the Surface has too many cameras on it.
No, I don't think that's it. I think it's OBS. We
Oh,
gotta
well,
change.
you
We
never
gotta.
know. Try the other one.
I'm gonna try.
Anyway, we love you all. Thank you for tuning in. Please consider supporting the Chanarant podcast via patronage or buying cool shit at the store.
Yeah, buy shit, man.
Any of the new Secret Six merch is pretty fantastic. Well, love you all, and I will play us out.